The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier, the AEW apologist, and this week I'm actually going to take some viewer-requested rant topics. These were sent to me from AJ. He's a good subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube subscriber, subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel subscriber, and I believe he's also a Monty the Pharaoh YouTube channel subscriber. So basically his questions were, why did Kevin Owens stick with the WWE, and do you think that was a good move for Kevin Owens, or Kevin Steen as he used to be called? And do you think it's disappointing that he's not going to AEW? Well, this camera's disappointing me. So I'll address this topic, and I'll say, Christ, Jesus. Okay, everything's okay. I don't know what that means. God, it's upsetting to me. So basically, it's his life. He can do what he wants. I think what a lot of these WWE talents are experiencing, though, is they think they're signing these long-term contracts with the WWE. Brett thought he was signing a long-term contract with Vince McMahon in 1996, I believe, correct? A 20-year, $20 million contract is what Brett was told by Junior. And how did that turn out? Okay, Montreal Screwjob. So it seems like these contracts are only good on one end. If the WWE signs a wrestler or anyone to a contract, it's good for the WWE. But yet they cut people all the time who are under contract, Braun Strowman, etc. So for Vince McMahon, who supposedly has all these values on his word and his handshake and all that crap that he pushes, I just give opportunity, pal. But yet he does not honor his own contracts with the talent. So why do people like Kevin Owens, who I've met and I've been fine with, why is he so eager, like a trained house dog, hungry for the leash? Why is he so eager to re-sign with Junior and the Brats and Vince? After a couple of months ago, he was tweeting all these allusions to the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, which apparently is him, what's his fuck, and the Young Bucks and Adam Cole. So why would Kevin Owens do such a horrible thing in some people's minds of re-signing with WWE? The answer is the path of least of resistance. Stay with the devil you know. It's safe in his mind. I mean, I would kind of question that, because I would question what's his actual guarantee that this contract that he signed will be honored and respected, and he won't get like Braun Strowman, who was under a contract apparently and released. So unless Kevin Owens has a representative, an agent, a manager, or a lawyer who guaranteed this contract and guaranteed the money, and I don't know if he had some type of guaranteed title reigns or some type of thing like that, some type of creative control. If he did, more power to him. Do I think it was a mistake? I mean, look, here's the mistake. The mistake is for the wrestling fan to look to these wrestlers and put any more value on them or their lives or their decisions than your own. So for me to sit here and contemplate Kevin Owens, in a sense, that's regarding his life, his money, his family above my own personal life situation. And I refuse to do that. So I refuse, for anyone who's asking, to care about what Kevin Owens does in his personal life, his personal decisions, because what he does has little to no effect on my day-to-day existence. The only aspect of Kevin Owens' choice that would affect me is if he entertains me in AEW by having good wrestling matches. And that's fine. So, is it disappointing that Kevin Owens won't be there? To be honest, not really, because they've got so much talent in AEW now. Their cup runneth over. I mean, they have to start. Bryan Danielson has done excellent. This 60-minute draw with Adam Page was excellent. Anyone who watched that match has respect for both of these men. Anyone with a brain in their fucking head, okay? For the people who can't appreciate or comprehend the value of a 60-minute Broadway on free television, if you can't comprehend how much that match puts both guys over into a different stratosphere than they even were before, I can't help you understand professional wrestling. You go watch the best of the Doink, or go watch Liv Morgan's ass memes or something like that you can understand. Because if you can't value a 60-minute match between these two, I can't help you appreciate good pro wrestling. You're beneath me to help, okay? So what else? The other question that he had was not an AEW question, but it was my friend there, AJ, was kind of contemplating on Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar and this Paul Heyman thing. Now, I did catch a clip of this, and what do I think it is? I think it's fine. It's a storyline. I would say that, kind of knowing the history of WWE, knowing the way they do things, I can see it being a double swerve. Basically, basically at this January 1st match, Paul Heyman will stab Brock Lesnar in the back, and he will reveal that he's been with Roman Reigns the whole time. And, you know, Brock trusting Paul, or putting Paul back in his corner, was engineered by Paul Heyman and Roman as a way of just further fucking with Roman. I can see that developing, and that's fine. I can see that happening, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. I mean, you know what I mean? You've been watching wrestling long enough. It's like, okay, they're either going to have a swerve or they're not. I don't know, folks. I mean, to be honest with you, there's a lot of good things happening in wrestling right now. I think it really depends. You can look at this thing half glass full, half glass open. I know a lot of people are very concerned about ratings, but here's the reality, folks. You can if you want, but if you're trying to compare 2021 ratings to 1999 ratings and so forth, I think that's tough. And I guess here's the thing. When I was applying to work for the WWE back in the 2002 to 2007 era, especially going back to 2002 when they had just acquired the ECW library and the WCW library, my storyline I proposed was going to elevate the WWE over the NFL. I mean, that's how much I put stock into my 80-page storyline that I thought could make them huge box office money year in and year out. Now, obviously, I was not hired by the WWE, and so what we've seen for the last 20 years is a declining creative value and declining ratings that match the declining creative value. I mean, nothing they've done over the last 20 years impresses me that much, to be honest with you. I mean, there's been some great matches. You know, Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho comes to mind. Triple H had some really good matches with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So, yes, they've done some things, but when you think about the great wrestling in your memories, a lot of people go back to that Attitude Era. Steve Austin in the beer truck, or Edge and Christian and the Dudleys and the Hardy Boys in these TLC matches. A lot of people migrate to those memories. They don't necessarily think about Eugene storyline, okay? So I'm telling you, and you can believe me or not, but I have a certain satisfaction in my own mind that the storyline that I had written for WWE and presented to them was far superior than the bevy of crap they've served you on a platter for the last 20 years. So I can't get all hot and bothered and excited about wrestling storylines or pro wrestlers and their comings and goings. Maybe it's just me and maturity, or if you listen to Jim Ross, maturity. I just have a different system for my own fucking life now, okay? What else? So now people want to know, Well, Mike, with Jeff Hardy leaving the ring in the middle of a 6-man tag with Drew McIntyre, apparently, I believe Kofi Kingston against Roman Reigns and the Usos. I think that was the match. Jeff Hardy leaves the ring in the middle of a 6-man tag, abandoning the match, and goes to the crowd, takes a bunch of selfies and so forth with the crowd. Seemed like he was dealing with the crowd okay. And then the WWE offers Jeff another round of rehab, and Jeff refuses or says no thank you. And so they release Jeff. And now apparently Matt Hardy, who we know has wrestled for AEW for about 2 years, I believe, he's on there on his Twitter feed or his Instagram or whatever, talking to his brother and saying that his brother's fine and that maybe, you know, there'll be a Hardy Boys reunion. And of course, the fans immediately go to speculation on the Hardys versus the other ones, the Young Bucks, in a generational battle, which would be very interesting. Now, of course, I've said, and I'm not trying to insult Matt Hardy, but if you look at him, he's kind of got that wrestler hump. And what type of physical condition is Matt Hardy in? Is my first thought. I mean, he's employed. I mean, he's on television. He has wrestling matches. But is that the Matt Hardy of 1998 or 2004? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, the human body deteriorates with time. It's a sad lesson that we all fucking learn. So with the Hardys together, I think that they, with enough gum and scotch tape, they could have a pretty damn good match with the Young Bucks. It may not be as great as people have in their imaginations, but I think they would have a solid, entertaining match. And yes, we would want to see that match. Most fans, I think, would. And that could easily be something they put on a pay-per-view as a featured match, because I think there's a certain amount of people, wrestling fans, who that would be a decision maker. Okay, that would be something that causes people to pay money to watch pay-per-view, the Young Bucks versus the Hardys. What else can I discuss with AEW? I mean, I think just the beat goes on. You know what I mean? Winter is Coming, I think, was a good event, a very good event. I think a great event for free. Beautiful Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida, two, in my opinion, top-notch female wrestlers. They have the I hate this word, unenviable. That's such a horrible word to pronounce. Unevitable, I can't say the fucking word. Basically, they had the tough task of unenviable task of following Hangman Page and fucking Bryan Danielson's classic match. Yet they did. Okay? So for all these fucks who complain about the AEW women's roster, I don't see what the fuck you're complaining about. I mean, Dr. Britt Baker is over as hell. More organically over than Charlotte Flair. Sorry. It's true. And this women's tournament, this TNT tournament, is taking off. We're going to have this Owen Hart Cup. Now, here's another topic that people are soaking their diapers about. The fact that Martha Hart has teamed with AEW's Tony Khan, and they've come up with these Owen Hart Classics, or these Owen Hart tournaments. Now, obviously, we know Owen Hart never wrestled in AEW because AEW did not exist when Owen passed away. So you might be thinking, and some people have speculated, well, this is a fuck you from Martha to Vince. It is. And I say good. I mean, I've never understood the idiot wrestling fan or the idiot WWE fan, the McIdiot, who has a problem with Martha Hart. Well, guess the fuck what? They killed her goddamn husband, okay? Now, you can say, well, they didn't kill him. It was an accident. Okay, asshole. It's fucking neglect, okay? I'm just so sick of talking about that because poor people don't fucking stand what neglect is. Neglect is when you don't care enough to do things properly, when you try to save $3,000 by not hiring the right people for the job, and putting this poor gentleman in a situation he should have never been in. So when McIdiots give fucking Martha a hard time, I just know that they're piece of shit idiots who don't have a brain in their goddamn head. Okay? So there you fucking have it. So now Martha, with this new AEW, is going to honor her late husband, Owen, and his wrestling with this wonderful tournament. Now, obviously, the Owen Hart video catalog is probably not going to be available for this unless there's some doors, some forbidden doors between AEW and WWE, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, I mean, we're probably just going to have to go with our memories unless they tap into some Japanese footage that's out there, which I'm sure there's some Japanese footage that AEW can acquire if they really try. And I don't know if any of the Calgary Stampede wrestling footage would be available of Owen. But is it a fuck you to Vince? Yeah, it is. And I say good. I say good. I mean, I think that a lot of these WWE fans, they're just so loyal to WWE, yet WWE has proven not to be loyal to you. When they cater to, yes, the Saudi fucking Arabian government, they're prioritizing their values and their money over yours. How else can I fucking explain it? When the McMahons fund Trump's campaign in 2016 in exchange for Linda getting a position with the Trump administration, that's them choosing sides. So if you support the WWE and you put your money into that company, that same money goes to Vince's pocket, which goes to the endeavors that he enjoys, which is Trump, and supports his dealings with the Saudi Arabians. So if you're supporting that company, you, whether you've chosen to or not, you have chosen to. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. Rush. So I don't want my goddamn money supporting things unless I determine so. If you're okay with other people using your wrestling money to make these choices, then that's on you, asshole. I can't fucking decide for you, fuck. So there you goddamn have it. Any fucking way, everything is fine. For the record, when I make my goddamn videos, I make my own thumbnails. So I'd appreciate if the powers that be here did not steal other people's thumbnails for my fucking videos, because that's not a tactic that I do. I'm not a goddamn fucking YouTube thief. Okay? So please, just use a fucking thumbnail of some kind, but let's not steal thumbnails from other people that I won't mention. So that's it. That's it. I'm here. I'm doing my own thing. I'm living my own goddamn life. I'm trying to keep these videos going. But at some point, if I have to hold the hand of every idiot Mark every goddamn week and explain to them why AEW is a superior product, it's going to get redundant. I mean, I can do that. I'm obviously doing it. I'm making the time to inform you, make idiot fucks, why WWE is inferior to AEW in so many ways. But if you need to be constantly held by your fucking hand, I can't help you. I can't come to your house and mow your yard or fucking clean up your room or motivate you every goddamn day. Hopefully this video will get you through another week. So in any fucking event, Monty and the Pharaoh YouTube channel. I've seen some nice things with Tony Atlas, Savio Vega. Other things are happening, and so on and so forth. Some interesting things. You know, people are always discussing things. I don't want to redundant myself. I did mention the John Lennon thing last week. I've been listening to more Beatles music, and so on and so forth. So I hope everyone out there is doing fine and well and dandy and all that shit. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel, Monty and the Pharaoh YouTube channel. All the pro wrestling thoughts, needs, but basically, if I could come to one statement, it's this: enjoy pro wrestling, but enjoy your own life even more. Mike Messier, goodbye.